Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Josh Marler here, AA4WX, AA4WX.com, Facebook, Ham Shack TV, right here on YouTube. Thank you for coming in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. Really help me out. Also hit the like button. That'll help me out too. Hey, special video because we are less than 2 weeks out from the Huntsville Hamfest there in Huntsville, Alabama. So I wanted to go over some of the details here and invite you to come out to the Huntsville Hamfest. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to be there. I have a table. So this is really cool. This is one of my favorite things about going to their website. I guess I'm easily amused. But anyway, Huntsville Hamfest is August 17th and 18th, 2024. Saturday will be 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and then Sunday will be 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So an hour shorter. Let me tell you, last year was my first time going to the Huntsville Hamfest, and I absolutely loved it. Had a fantastic time. The flea market was nice and full. Several of the best vendors in amateur radio were there, peddling their product and things like that. So let's dive into some of the details. This is their official flyer here. They call it the world's friendliest Hamfest. It is at the Bron Center, South Hall, which is 700 Monroe Street, Southwest in Huntsville, Alabama. Zip code I don't guess really matters. But if you do need the zip code, it's right there on your screen. They have expanded use to all of the South Hall. They have world-class educational forums, license exams both days, outstanding youth lounge, 50 different commercial vendors. That's huge. That's a lot of vendors for the amateur radio world. Huge flea market area. They've got the DX banquet. It's all indoors and air conditioned. And let me tell you, folks, some of you may not be in the South, but having an outdoor Hamfest in the South during the summer months is a bad idea. So this is completely indoors. You'd only sweat you'll break is the effort you make walking around the room. So definitely don't let any kind of weather deter you. They'll have DX card checking. There'll be a hospitality suite at the on-site hotel. There'll be a YL breakfast. There'll be hourly door prizes both days. 2 big prizes. On Saturday, there'll be a grand prize of a Yaesu FT 991A. Now, let me tell you about the 991A. I have one. I've used it for a long time. I decided to go with a different radio just for some different features. Matter of fact, I'm running the 710, the Yaesu 710 now. Found that I wasn't using the VHF UHF side and wanted to focus more of the features on the HF side of things. But the 991 is a great HF rig for sure. HF, VHF, UHF, Yaesu System Fusion. Gosh, it does so much. It's got so much going on with it. So that'll be a great prize to win. And then on Sunday, it'll be an ICOM IC705. Now let's take a look at those door prizes real quick and let you visualize them. Here's what the 991 looks like. Fantastic little radio. This is all touchscreen right here in the middle. Then you got your big VFO, you got your clarifier and VFOB, your RF gain, your AF gain. And then the 705, it is a QRP rig, but it does HF, VHF, and UHF. It looks like it apparently has Bluetooth, which is fantastic. And I guess that satellite means it's got GPS on it. I've never operated a 705, but I'm quite interested with this thing. And if I happen to win it, I know it'll be going in my truck. Does D-Star too. I've never used D-Star. I'd be quite curious to see how that works out. But it does have a battery, I believe. So this is a great POTA radio, or SOTA, anything like that. Definitely a great radio. Door prize rules. Obviously, it looks like with the 991, you do not have to be present to win. But the IC705, you do have to be present to win. And this drum is no joke. As a matter of fact, I remember last year at the Huntsville Hamfest, they had some technical difficulties with the drum. Like things, I think the door got stuck or they couldn't turn it or something like that. But we were all standing there waiting for them to pull the door prizes. So let's talk about the flea market, which again, I will be in the flea market. And I've got several items that I will be bringing to the flea market. As a matter of fact, I've got 2 tables. A couple of buddy of mine are going to share the table with me, or the 2 tables with me. There's Bob, KK4XA, and Jordan, NA4WX. They're going to share the table with me. Flea market tables are sold out, I believe, so come too late for that, but I'll show you the layout. You can see some pictures here. It's a nice full flea market. Full. If you're looking for it in amateur radio and you can't find it at Huntsville, something's wrong. You're going to find about anything you could possibly need. But I'll let you see the layout here of the flea market. And of course, internet's kind of slow today. There you go. So this is actually not just the flea market. This is the entire Hamfest. So you'll enter the Von Braun Hall from down here. Right down here. This is the lobby. There's a registration area, some concessions. You can also enter the Hamfest from this way, and I believe you can enter from the garage this way, if I'm not mistaken. So over here is the where all the presentations and stage and all that is. You've got some booths here, some informational booths. You got POTA, AMSAT, ARIS, QuadNet, NADXC. Gigaparts has a gigantic booth here. Now, here's the thing. Yes, they have a gigantic booth, and the big reason why they have a gigantic booth is they are based in Huntsville. Matter of fact, I will be going down a day early just to be able to, for one, set up in the Bron Center, but for 2, to visit their new huge store. I'm really excited to check out the new Gigapart store. I know my friend Jason over at Ham Radio 2.0 has featured their store in his vlogs, and it looks fantastic. By the way, Jason is a great guy. He's KC5HWB. Look him up right here on YouTube, Ham Radio 2.0. You'll find some great content on there. So go find him and subscribe to him. Anyway, vendor hospitality's back here. Not quite sure what that is. I think that is for the commercial vendors, not the flea market vendors. And then you have a youth lounge and a go-to area back here. So it's quite a bit to see. Now, let's look at some of the vendors that you'll see here. I'll zoom in just a little bit. Straight Key Century Club will be there. RT Systems is there. Flex Radio. I tell you what, Flex Radio is quite intriguing to me. Tar Heel, great HF mobile antennas there. Tar Heel. You got Shack in the Box. You got Long Island CW. Radiodity is going to be there. Elecraft. Let's see here. Comet. HRO will have a booth. Yaesu's always got a really nice booth. QRZ's going to have a booth. Ham Radio Prep. 1007 will be in there. They've got really good antennas. Diamond as well. The ARRL will have a booth. Hamcation, W5YI, Heil Sound. Now, if you need to buy something from Heil, let me tell you, Heil has fantastic audio equipment. For my day job, I use, I am an AV engineer, so I've got experience with Heil equipment, and it is fantastic. Go to my website, aa4wx.com. Go up to shop Ham Radio, and then go to Heil Ham Radio. And just check out some of the fantastic deals that Heil has. You will not regret it. Great, great, great equipment. So we got that. Some of these I'm not familiar with. Wild Say, don't know them. Chat Radio is great. They got good prices on a lot of good rigs. Ham Threads, I'm assuming that's like t-shirts, hats, things like that. Dayton, Dayton Hamvention will be there with a booth, and of course ICOM will. Looks like Yaesu beat out ICOM on bigger space this year, so that's surprising. You'd think they'd have equal space, but I guess you get what you pay for. I missed this over here earlier, the Athens State Satellite Club. I'm not quite familiar with what that is, but I will definitely be going over there and checking that out. You can see restrooms very easily to access, not a problem whatsoever. Oh, Ole Miss is going to be there, right down here next to the stage. That's cool. I like Ole Miss. I'm actually a member of Ole Miss, and I've been very, very active with them so far. So, yeah, that's really cool. Over on the left side of the convention hall, you see the flea market here. Not sure right off the top of my head what my table numbers are, but I think these are it. 156 and 155. So you'll come straight back through the hall, almost to the back of it, and hang a left. That's where you'll find me. Anyway, you'll spend a whole day walking through here looking at all this great loot that you can find over here. So definitely, come find some deals. I'll have some deals on my table for sure. Restrooms, again, everywhere. Not hard to find. You got concession stands. Your registration and where you'll pick up your stuff will be right here. Your tickets, things like that, will call. Then you've got all kinds of little organizations set up out here in the main hall, or not the main hall, but the hallway. The Alabama Repeater Council, Stone Mountain Hamfest. Not sure what these are. Lafayette Rambler Radio Club, the Atlanta Hamfest. I've never been to the Atlanta Hamfest. I want to check that one out. The United States Coast Guard Auxiliary, that's kind of cool. Central Alabama Simplex Net, OMIC, Madison County Aries. Great. You know what I'm not seeing here? I'm not seeing WB5 KUB, and that's quite surprising to me. I met him last year at Huntsville. Great guy. I actually did a little bit of film work for him, and yeah, I was hoping to see him here. Maybe he'll be there. I don't know. There'll also be VE testing. So where you go out of the Hamfest, that's where you'll find the testing area. But I've actually got this backwards. I didn't realize this, but I've got it backwards. So you'll come into the Bron Center down here in the lobby. You can also come in from the garage on this side. But you'll actually enter the Hamfest right here next to the Hamfest information booth. And maybe it was that way last year. Maybe. I don't know for sure. I can't remember that far. Because truth be told, I was set up like somewhere right in here around Block P. And we just go in and out right here. But apparently that's not how they have that set up. So just keep that in mind. You'll enter from the lobby or the garage to this area and then go in from there. And you'll exit either through here or through here. Forum rooms. They've got some great forums. A couple rooms going. I'll get into those here in a little bit. You got elevators to the ground level parking there. And that's basically it, folks. This is what the inside of the oh, and there's a club meeting area too. That's cool. This is basically what the floor plan is going to look like. So look forward to that. I don't know why this says August 3rd here. Don't pay attention to that. It is not August 3rd. Not at all August 3rd. It is August 17th and 18th. So just a couple of weeks away. So yeah, flea market's going to be fantastic. Let's talk about the forums that are going to be going on. We'll start with Saturday. Ella Craft's going to be having an update with Eric Schwartz, WA6HHQ. They'll be in room 1. Room 2 will have Shack in the Box. This is all at 10 o'clock, and you can see all this lightning research from Monty Bateman. PhD, WB5RZX. There'll be a solar activity report. Let's see here. The ARRL Alabama section and Aries meeting will be at 11 o'clock in room 2 with Dennis Littleton, Kilo 4 Delta Lima. There'll be an SWR talk there. There'll be balloon sats with Bill Brown. Bill Brown's got some great forums. I attended a couple of those last year. There'll be an ARRL membership forum with Mikey Baker. November 4, Mike Bravo. Wires X, John Kruk. John Kruk's great. He's with Yesu. That will be in room 1 at 2 o'clock. Georgia State Parks on the Air will be at 1 o'clock in the Orion room. I may have said Wires X was at 1 o'clock. It is actually at 2 o'clock. John Kruk, N9 UPC. And it looks like he'll have another one in the same exact room 1 hour later at 3 o'clock. The National Weather Service will be having a presentation in the Orion room at 3 o'clock on Saturday. That will be presented by Robert Boyd, Kilo Charlie 5 Zulu Juliet Oscar. And there'll also be an APRS conversation by Tim Cunningham, November 8 Delta Echo uniform. And then at 4 o'clock, there'll be a closing ceremony, and that will close it out for Saturday. Let's go to Sunday, see what all's on the docket on Sunday. It's quite a bit more condensed. You're only operating room 1 and room 2. Hamfest opens at 9 o'clock. There will be a YouTube group hosted by Jason from Ham Radio 2.0, Jason Johnston, KC5HWB. That will run in room 1 from 10 a.m. until noon. 10 a.m. till noon. I attended that one last year, folks, and it is worth attending. Go meet your favorite ham radio YouTubers. Unfortunately, I will not be in there. I just started this channel. I don't think I quite qualify as a YouTube influencer for ham radio, but we'll get there. You can help me get there by hitting the subscribe button down below and the like button, and then sharing this out with your friends that are in the amateur radio community. So, Eris will be doing a presentation at noon. Jim Reed, November 4, Bravo Fox Romeo. And then at 1 o'clock, there'll be a POTA presentation by Jerry Mitchell, KO for JVB. Let's try that again. I keep wanting to say 0. Kilo Oscar 4 Juliet Victor Bravo. And then over in room 2, it looks like pretty much the whole day there'll be a soldering lesson. Adult Soldering 101, led by Matthew Sager, Kilo India 4 Alpha Juliet Zulu, Kevin Hibbs, Kilo Golf 4 Tango Echo India, Joe Eisenberg, Kilo 0 November Echo Bravo, and then Gary Dion, November 4 Tango X-Ray India. 2 o'clock's closing ceremony, and that'll wrap it up for the 2024 Huntsville Hamfest. Let's see what else there is to look at. Again, there's VE licensing. As many of you know, I'm a part of a pretty big VE group. I do not test at Huntsville, unfortunately. The Central Alabama VEC takes care of that one. But if you do need to test, they will have amateur radio license testing at Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and also Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. You can register on the website, hamfest.org/HHF-exams. You can see it right here. hamfest.org/HHF-exams. Make sure you go and register. You cannot walk in. Fee is $5. The exam fee is waived for students, minors, U.S. military, and first responders. There will be a $35 application fee that you will pay to the FCC. And they have additional links for online test prep. So check that out. Look here. Just as of this recording, this makes me feel happy. 9 days, 20 hours, 17 minutes, and 20 seconds until the Hamfest opens. Cannot wait. Dealers and organization list. We'll just go by this real quick again. Amateur Radio Newsline. I'm just going to hit some of the highlights. The Alabama Contest Group. The league's going to be there. Let's see here. Atlanta Hamfest, we talked about them. Comet, Chat Radio, Central Alabama Simplex Net, LA Craft, Flex Radio, Gigaparts, Ham Radio Outlet, Ham Radio Prep, Heil, Huntsville Amateur Radio Club, ICOM, Mars, LDG. LDG makes some fantastic equipment, folks. Max Gain, Messi and Poloni coax. They have some great coax. Let me tell you, really look towards them whenever I need coax. Let's see here. Madison County Aries, National Association for Search and Rescue, OMIS, OMIC, Open Source ARC, Hamcation, POTA, QRZ, QSO Radio Show, Quicksilver Radio, Radiodity, RT Systems, Shack in a Box, Stone Mountain Hamfest. That's a really good Hamfest, I'm told. I haven't made that one. The Wireman, he's very, very popular here where I'm in East Tennessee. Just down the road, you have the Sevierville Hamfest. He's one of the big guys there. So check out Wireman. They're fantastic. Coast Guard Auxiliary, Tuning Antenna, Tropics Communications, W5YI, which I am a coordinating volunteer examiner with W5YI, as well as ARRL, Yesu, Yoda, and the YouTubers group. Here's a good overhead shot of the Bron Center. Lots to see, lots to do. This may be a smidge dated. I don't think this was last year. And I don't think Kenwood was there last year. But it seems to me like this area right in here where you see my mouse drawing, I don't remember this being here. I think this was all flea market. I feel like the vendors, the actual commercial vendors, stopped right around here. But then again, I don't know the aspect that I'm looking at here. Let's go down the list here. Dealer show. I'll just click on that. That's for dealers that want to come in. That is not the flea market, not to be confused. The youth lounge. Let's check out the youth lounge. I am a humongous fan of youth being in ham radio, because this hobby's going to die if we don't get our youth into the hobby. We've got to get youth. So if you have youth, get them in, get them to come and get their licenses and things like that. Youth Lounge is promoted, it looks like, by both Flex Radio and Remote Ham Radio. They're going to have robotics, 3D printing, there'll be fox hunts, kit building, operating. If you never talked on the radio, don't have a license, they'll take care of you there. Computers and ham radio, basic electronics, Arduino programming. My goodness, I can't talk. And then they'll just be there answering questions. But look at these kids. This is fantastic. Get them in. Get them in. Get them in. They might be looking for volunteers, it looks like. Yep, you can fill out a form if you want to volunteer. Hotels. I know that a lot of the Airbnbs and VRBOs are booked. Matter of fact, I'll be in a VRBO myself. But it looks like Embassy Suites has $159 for a night down there. Spring Hill Suites, that's $159 to $169. Homewood Suites in Huntsville, $179 to $189. The Marriott will be $149. That's at the Space and Rocket Museum. The Drury, that's always a weird word for me to say. Drury Inn and Suites at the Space and Rocket Center, they will have rooms available. It doesn't look like they have a price there. The Hampton Inn, this place is beautiful downtown. It says they just built it. But yeah, you can't miss this place when you're downtown Huntsville. The AC Hotel by Marriott, not familiar with that brand, but that'll be $169 a night. Some of these are going to require you to click on a link within the Huntsville Hamfest website. So make sure you go to hamfest.org/hotels, and they'll be able to give you some guidance there. Also, there are taxi services and Uber and Lyft services at the downtown hotels and the Huntsville airport. So if you do need transportation, there's plenty of services there for that. If you need to contact them, you can click there. Tickets. You can't get in without a ticket. Buy a ticket, folks. You can't beat this at all. Can't shake it with a stick. $12 for both days if you buy online. $15 at the door. So buy online, save yourself a few bucks, and then bring those bucks that you save into the Hamfest and spend it with one of the flea market folks. Help the flea market folks out for sure. But if you want all brand new equipment, check out my friends over in the commercial vendors area for sure. Will call windows will be set up to streamline and streamline the Saturday morning crush. Tickets will not be mailed. Remember that, folks. Tickets will not be mailed. Your pre-purchased admission button, which your ticket is actually it's actually a button you wear. And as a matter of fact, I've got mine from last year right here. So they probably won't look exactly like this, but you'll get a button like that, and you'll have to wear that as you're in the convention hall. Those will be available at Will Call in the lobby starting on Saturday morning beginning at 7:30 p.m. Only admissions are available for early purchase. Additional drawing tickets, they will be available at the venue in the past. So if you want more chances to get into the door prize drawings, you'll need to purchase a ticket or purchase additional tickets. My screen capture has quit. Let me make an adjustment here. That's the wrong input. And if some of this you've missed because of the screen capture, I apologize. Let's do a window capture, and we'll do Firefox. Here we go. There you go. Now we're back. So no refunds are available, unfortunately. To purchase tickets in advance, you'll need to do this. You'll need to go on to hamfest.org/event tickets and fill in this information. And then you'll enter your debit credit number right here and hit purchase tickets. Again, those will be available at the will call area there at in the lobby. No tickets will be mailed. So let's see here. That's really about all I can come up with. I want to again thank you so much for visiting my channel here on YouTube, Hamfest TV. The best way that you can help me out is let's grow this thing. Let's get the entire ham radio community subscribed to my channel here. Down below, you'll see a subscribe button somewhere around right. Well, I'm not full, but straight down from my finger here. And then make fun of me. I don't care. In this general direction right here, you'll find the like button. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. That will help me. If you really like my content, why don't you go and take the link to this video and drop it on your Facebook feed. Share it with your friends. Let's get more views. Let's make this thing huge. Make sure you go and check out my website, aa4wx.com. Looking for specific amateur radio gear and some of the best deals out there, along with some electronics. Go to aa4wx.com. And if you can't find what you're looking for there, send me an email to josh@aa4wx.com, and I'll be happy to hook you up with whatever resources I can. Again, I will be at the Huntsville Hamfest. I hope to see you there. Come see me and say that you've seen my video, and it'll be great to meet some of my followers here. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day in 73. This is AA4WX WSEB 693.